Hey guys, Big Green Dragon here, and we're back for another adventure in the Dragonverse. Remember, familiar powers, unfamiliar heroes. We'll be stepping away from Emerald City for quite some time, and now we get to explore the hero known as Myth Girl. Enjoy. We begin looking at a massive being, a giant breathing heavily. 3 smaller men run around his feet. The giant swats at the trio, and the 3 warriors dodge the gigantic hand. "Vili, now!" Vili nods and runs his blade across the giant's heel. The giant cries out in pain. He attempts to stomp on Vili with his remaining good foot, but Vili rolls out of the way. "There's another opening. Now, Ve!" A spear sinks deep into the giant's back, and the giant falls to his knees, letting out a thunderous echo, blood leaking from several wounds. "He's all yours, brother." Odin runs underneath the massive body, spear in hand. With tremendous strength, he throws the weapon through the giant's chest, escaping the crashing body as it falls to the ground. Odin regroups with Vili and Ve. The giant breathes heavily as he lies on the ground. Odin, Vili, and Ve approach the dying giant. That was easier than expected. Do not celebrate yet, my brothers. The giant still draws breath. "Odin, Vili, and Ve, sons of Bor, cunning and strong. None more so than you, Odin." "Flattery will not save you, Ymir." "No flattery, only the truth. I die, you live." Odin lifts the massive head, forcing Ymir to look him in the eyes. "You fought admirably, Ymir. Die with your honor intact." Odin holds out his hand, and Vili places his spear in the waiting palm. Odin thrusts his spear into Ymir's forehead, and Ymir dies. Odin turns to his brothers and smiles.
That is how the story of Odin began. He and his brothers killing Ymir, the first giant. Odin would marry Frigg. The Aesir would claim Asgard as their home. Odin became known as the Allfather. He ruled Asgard, though his thirst for knowledge rarely kept him present. Odin led the Aesir against the Vanir, a war that ended in a truce and the exchange of several gods as a peace offering. The Jotun, Loki Farbauti's son, would become the blood brother of Odin. Odin had many sons who would become well known across the 9 realms. His firstborn, Balder, and his twin, Hod. Heimdall, Vidar, Vali, Hermod, Bragi, and Thor. However, there was one more child of Odin. He would also have a daughter. This is her story. One fine spring morning in the forests of Midgard, we see a Viking and his son walking through the area. The son kneels and excitedly beckons his father over. "What is it, boy?" "Bear tracks."
The father analyzes his son's find. "Male, fresh out of hibernation, looking for a meal. We must be careful that we do not become his next one." The boy nods and the two continue on. Eventually, they spot the bear. The Viking quiets his son. "This is it. Ready your bow." The boy listens to his father. "Deep breath. Drop your elbow. Keep your hand steady. Place your shot well." The boy follows his father's instructions and hits his target. The bear roars angrily and turns on the two. "Father, get behind me." The man draws his axe. The bear roars and charges. The man pushes his son out of the way and lands a blow on the bear's hide. The boy scrambles to his side to watch. The bear slows down and the Viking focuses. The bear charges one more time, but before the blow can land, it stops short. The Viking is wide open.
The bear slashes his leg, and he goes down. It rises up on its back legs and roars. Suddenly, the bear is struck by a single arrow. It collapses and dies. The man looks to his son, but he wasn't the one who fired the arrow. A young girl appears from the tree line. She runs to the man and kneels next to him. She holds her hands over his wound and concentrates. The wound closes, and the man stands, astonished. "Thank you for saving my life." "I'm glad I was nearby." He looks towards the bear's corpse, the hunger visible in his eyes. "You struck the killing blow. The bear is yours." "Take it. I will be fine." "Are you sure?" "I insist." "Thank you. Truly." She retrieves her arrows from the bear's corpse and disappears into the trees. Once she's out of sight, she begins to fly. Revna lands outside a forest home. There are 2 wolves and an 8-legged horse resting in the grass. The wolves see Revna and perk up. She pets them briefly before heading inside. Odin is standing over a long table. A pair of ravens sit on his shoulders. Books and scrolls are everywhere. "There you are." "Sorry, Father. I had to save a boy and his father from a bear."
Odin chuckles. "That's wonderful. Come, take a look at this." Revna excitedly walks over to her father's side. She sees his work. Revna gives her father a shocked face. He simply smiles.
"You finished without me."
"I tried to wait, but you were taking too long."
"A comprehensive map of the 9 realms. Helheim, Svartalfheim, Muspelheim, Niflheim, Midgard, our current location, Jotunheim, Alfheim, Vanaheim, and Asgard. All connected by the branches of Yggdrasil. Though I hope you didn't forget about Nidavellir."
Odin scoffs. "Svartalfheim and Nidavellir are the same in essence."
"I'm not sure the dwarves and dark elves would appreciate that."
Revna hangs the map up on the back wall. Odin and Revna admire their work.
"Do you ever wonder if there's anything more outside of what we know?"
"Meaning?"
"A secret 10th or 11th realm, somewhere hidden, waiting to be discovered."
Odin laughs. "If there were more realms than the 9, I would have found them by now."
"I suppose you're right. I wonder which of the 9 realms my mother is from."
Odin remains silent.
"Do you miss her?"
"No. I rarely think of her."
"Why? Was she not important to you?"
Odin sighs. "Revna."
"I'm sorry. You've never told me anything about her. Forgive me for being curious."
"Do not let it trouble you. Frigg has raised you well." Now Revna remains silent. Odin begins to pack up his gear.
"Right. Shall we go home?"
"Yes, to Asgard." We see Asgard in all its glory, the home of the Aesir. Sleipnir gallops past Heimdall, who stands watch over the Bifrost. Odin and Revna return home. Frigg and her attendants are waiting for them. Frigg fixes her gaze on Odin.
"Welcome home, my love."
"Thank you, Frigg."
6 months? Odin, poor son. That's far too long for a young lady to be away from home.
Odin looks at his daughter. She didn't seem to mind. Frigg folds her arms.
"News of your return will spread quickly. We will celebrate with a feast."
"I look forward to it."
"Hello, young one." "Hello, Frigg."
"Frigg?" She looks at Odin and back at Revna.
"What happened?"
"An old matter, nothing to worry about." Revna goes to her room.
"I'm sure."
"If you'll excuse me, I have to meet with my brothers." Odin exits his home as Frigg casts a glance in the direction of Revna's room.
Revna enters her room and sets down her bow and arrows. She walks over to a stack of books and scrolls neatly organized on a desk. Her solitude is interrupted as Frigg enters the room. "How was Midgard?" "Fine." Frigg continues to examine her. "Are you sure?" "I am here if you need me." Revna smiles. Thank you.
Frigg analyzes some of Revna's work.
You've been busy. Whatever do you mean? You're planning to visit the Norns? Perhaps. Frigg smiles. Be careful when seeking to learn one's destiny. You may not always like what you learn. Of course, I'll be careful. Does the Allfather know? I haven't told him yet. Keeping secrets. He's taught you well. I want to know about my past. You want to know about your mother. Because Father refuses to tell me anything about her. She isn't a giantess, which is surprising. I'm afraid that's all I know, though. It's more than I knew yesterday. Thank you, Mother. Frigg smiles. I shall leave you alone. But when you're ready to talk, you know where I am. Frigg exits Revna's room. Odin enters his throne room to find Loki, Vili, and Ve waiting for him. Each one regards him respectfully.
Brother, welcome back. It's good to see you unharmed. Staying away from my wife's bedchambers this time.
Vili and Ve look at each other and laugh.
Of course, brother. Good.
Vili and Ve, when in doubt, just say you were in Freya's bedchambers. A much safer bet. The two glare at Loki, who smiles gleefully.
It is truly good to see you, brother.
I've been thinking, it's about time the sons of Bor have another adventure together. Ymir was killed so long ago. What say you, Odin?
You've had ample opportunity to join me.
Nonsense. You always leave without telling anyone.
I suppose that is true. Odin prefers to travel with his daughter now.
Well, that's wonderful, wouldn't you say? The bond between child and parent is important to cultivate, especially at such a young age. Vili narrows his eyes at Loki. What say you, Odin? Next journey is ours. Odin nods. The 9 realms are vast. We'll find something to do. Oh dear, I guess Loki will be left here. Have some fun, sons of Bor. Thank you, Loki. Now then, let's prepare for this feast. I'm famished. The dining room is full of Aesir, Valkyries, and Einherjar. A massive roasted boar is the main course. Everyone eats and drinks to their desire. Odin slowly drinks mead while feeding the wolves that sit at his feet. He watches over the hall in silent appreciation. Balder, Hod, Thor, and Tyr approach their father. Welcome home, father. Little sister, it warms my heart to see you both. Thank you, my son. Forseti apologizes for missing the occasion. He is dealing with a dispute that keeps him away. I understand. His work is very important to the realm. Hod steps forward. Father, sister, though I can't see you, I am glad to hear your voices. Hod, my son, your presence here fills me with joy. Thank you, father. Any battles during your travels? We fought Draugr trolls, and this morning I killed a bear. Excellent, sister. We must spar. If you've been slacking, I'll know. You're on, Thor. In your battles, I hope fear never claimed your heart. Why would it, Tyr? I've been trained by the best. I also had father beside me, not to mention Gary and Freki. Tyr smiles. That is good to hear. How fares that city you're building on Midgard, Balder? It nears completion, Mother. We will celebrate when it's done. I look forward to the occasion. Thank you for the warm welcome, my sons. May your days be full of prosperity. The sons of Odin return to their families. Odin spots Vidar, who simply offers his father a nod. Bragi continues to entertain the guests. Odin smiles. This is nice. A proper welcome home. I agree. This has been a fine evening. If only my mother were here to celebrate with us. Odin laughs. Really? Would that be fair to Thor, Tyr, or Vidar? None of their mothers are here. Perhaps, But I think my mother's a special case. We both know she's not a Jotun.
Odin turns to his daughter. You have a home here in Asgard. You have been trained by the greatest of the Aesir. How is it that the circumstances of your birth remain a point of emphasis?
My brothers know their mothers. It's only natural I would want the same. Perhaps you would have me hang myself for 9 days and nights. Then you would see fit to reveal your secrets.
Enough! Revna falls silent. We shall discuss this later. The room falls silent as Revna finds herself the center of attention. She keeps her head down and eats silently.
Revna enters her room and sits on her bed. After a moment, she goes over to her collection of books and begins to rummage through them. There's a knock a short while later. May I enter? Of course. Frigg enters the room. It seems the Allfather has spoken. Frigg opens her arms, and Revna rushes forward for a hug. Why won't he tell me? It's a simple request. Clearly not. The Allfather believed that so long as I acted as your mother, you wouldn't care to search for your birth mother. I wish you had given birth to me. This would be a lot less complicated. The Allfather is wise beyond his years, yet even he can overlook the finer details. He knows me better than this. I won't give up. I know. You have to be careful not to draw his ire. I won't. I merely hope we can come to an agreement. He can be reasonable. Give him a chance, and he'll do the same.
Frigg smiles and kisses her on the forehead. Inside his study, Odin looks over several documents. Numerous books and tomes line the shelves around him. Loki and Mimir are with him. Brother, a word. What is it, Loki? It's about your daughter. If you don't mind, I have some advice. Very well. As one father to another, I believe you may want to reconsider your stance with Revna. Why is that? Because she is your blood. She is just as curious as you in many ways. What's to stop her from seeking more answers about her mother? She is ignorant of many details of her mother. She has nowhere to begin. Are you suggesting I give her the answers she seeks? Precisely. Or at the very least, make a trial out of it. After all, would it truly be an issue? Odin pauses for a while. There's something I must tell you both. It doesn't leave this room. I have traveled the 9 realms many times. However, one day I used Seder to open a gateway to another world, and I left this realm. What? Where did you go? There are other worlds beyond our own, an entire universe full of strange people, places, cultures, and knowledge. These people even have knowledge of us, though we are regarded as nothing more than ancient myth. It's here that I would learn of numerous other mythologies. I scoured the lands for a gateway similar to the one I created. I didn't find any, save for one. I discovered a world similar to ours, as it's separate from this new land, Earth, as it's called. I met Revna's mother in this land. Revna's mother is a goddess. Loki and Mimir are shocked to hear these revelations and take some time to process the news. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This is incredible. I can see why you kept this secret, but surely she can know her mother is a goddess. That is no different from Balder, Hod, or Bragi. The gods of that land are different. They are capable of great acts of kindness, but also cruelty. If Revna was to learn of her mother, seek her out, and find her, I fear the repercussions. Then perhaps it's wise you don't reveal this truth to her. Do you believe her mother could find us? It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. I suppose not.
Powerful gods or no, give my advice some thought. You wouldn't want Revna to begin to resent you for this. Odin sighs. I shall think on it, Loki. A few days later, Odin sits on his throne. Revna stands before him. You sent for me, father. I have news for you. Revna raises an eyebrow. Do tell. I have given some thought to our conversation about your mother. You want to know who she is? I'll tell you. Revna's excitement rises before she calms herself. You wouldn't just tell me after 15 years. You have something planned. Smart girl. I will tell you about her, but only after you've completed a set number of tasks for me. How many? I hear 12 is a good number. Your journey will take you to several places across the 9 realms, facing many challenges. Thus, I believe you'll need more than your bow and arrows to succeed. Revna eyes her father curiously. What do you mean? I was saving this for your birthday, but it seems I should give this to you now. Odin's ravens drops a sword in his hand. He presents it to her. I had Brock and Eitri craft you a new weapon. Brock and Eitri? Father, you shouldn't have. Only the best for my children. Take it. Revna takes the blade and unsheathes it. It's warm. I had the dwarves craft the sword from the fires of Muspelheim. How did they manage that? I no longer question the dwarves and their methods. All that matters is they completed the blade. Revna analyzes it. It has runes on it, related to fire. Good eye. Does it have a name? That is up to you. Revna thinks for a few moments. Bronslukar. An excellent name. Odin grabs his own spear and presents it to Revna. Are you ready for the final portion? Yes, father. I want you to make an oath to give up looking for information on your mother until your tasks are done. Until my tasks are complete, I will not look for answers about my mother. Revna removes her hand from the spear, and Odin stamps it into the ground. So it shall be. Prepare yourself. You begin tomorrow. In her room, Revna prepares for the start of her journey. She places her new sword beside her bow. There's a knock on the door. Frigg opens it a moment later. I have heard the news. You must be excited. I am. Father had a sword crafted for me. Would you like to see it? Of course, child. Revna excitedly retrieves her blade and presents it to Frigg. Frigg unsheathes it and analyzes it. It's beautiful. Thank you, Mother. I suppose the days where you call me that are limited. I suppose you're right. Frigg places the sword next to the bow and sits on Revna's bed. Revna joins her. I hope you're not offended. I do not wish for this to come between us. I love you too much to be offended. It is only natural you'd want to know your birth mother. You've grown up so fast. There is more I want to teach you. I'm not going far. During your travels, there is one thing I want you to think about. What kind of goddess do you want to be? When Midgardians hear your name, how will they react? Will they fear you, hate you, love you? This is my challenge to you. I will think on this during my travels. Frigg kisses Revna on her temple and hugs her. I love you, Revna. I love you too. The following evening, Revna lands on the outskirts of a village in Midgard. The sun dips below the tree line, and the sky is a reddish-orange hue. Your first task is to proceed to a village in Midgard that has been plagued by Draugr. The villagers have been trapped in their homes for days. Do I tell them who I am? That is entirely up to you, my child. Go now, and complete your first task. Revna immediately sees the Draugr. Some walk quietly through the village.
A few others stand on the rooftops of the various homes, stomping on the roofs. One sits in the middle of the village on a hastily made makeshift throne. Several villagers spot her and begin to whisper to themselves. The Draugr allow her to enter but prepare their weapons. They begin to stalk her from behind. Revna walks up to the Draugr sitting on the throne, who stares her down the entire time. Revna stops inches from it, surrounded by foes.
I am Revna Odindaughter. If you leave now, you will not be harmed. Stay and face me.
The Draugr begin to laugh, with the exception of the leader. Revna stares the Draugr leader in the eyes. So be it. With lightning speed, she fires off a pair of arrows, downing the first two. 2 more arrows follow, and 2 more enemies hit the ground. However, the 4 immediately begin to stand back up. Revna draws her blade. She dashes over to the first 2 as they stand back up and decapitates both of them. Her sword's runes flash, and the bodies light on fire. Revna repeats the process with the next 2. The other Draugr charge all at once. Revna takes to the sky before sweeping back through the crowd, cutting them down as she goes. The leader remains seated. Revna continues to fight, cutting down more Draugr and leaving their burning bodies in the fields. She dodges arrows and axe strikes as she puts down more undead warriors. Once the last is fallen, the leader finally stands and draws his large axe. He charges Revna, swinging dangerously close to her head. She continues to dodge and parries another strike. The 2 battle in the middle of the village. Revna dodges another axe swing that digs into the earth. She seizes the opportunity and punches through the Draugr's chest. She follows up by slicing it in 2, setting both ends on fire. With the Draugr all dead, the villagers begin to exit their homes. That was an impressive display.
Thank you. Is everyone safe?
We are now, thanks to you.
Are you the Jarl of this village?
My father was, though he was killed by the Draugr on the first day, so I suppose that does make me Jarl.
I am sorry for your father's death.
Thank you. Did I hear you right? You are the daughter of the Allfather?
Yes.
You honor us with your presence. A loud roar erupts from the nearby woods.
What was that?
I don't know. Revna's grip tightens on her sword.
Spread the ashes of the Draugr. They won't trouble you anymore.
Revna flies off in the direction of the roar. We see Odin in his study, overlooking some of his past works. Eventually, he stops and closes his eye for a moment. What has been done cannot be undone. As long as I will it, Revna will not learn the truth. Just like that, we are back in action. Man, it is good to be back here, expanding the Dragonverse with all of you loyal listeners. As per last time, I promise I will get these episodes to you all as quickly as I can. I am still just the one dragon, but here we go again, starting a brand new adventure with Myth Girl. I hope you all sincerely enjoyed what you just listened to, and if you did, consider sticking around, leaving a like, comment, sharing, subscribing. Until then, take care. Dragon out.